4, 3, 2.
Hello, my name is Derek Horsford. I am 14 years old and live in London, England. I come from a family of 13, me being the oldest. I am the first to try to make money. While I was begging, someone actually gave me £5. Can you believe it? I was so proud, I decided to go to the bakery and buy some loaves of bread. While at the bakery, I saw an advertisement. It read, "Gunsmith apprentice apply here. We are looking for a gunsmith apprentice that is willing to travel to Boston. You must be willing to work hard and long hours. You need to be skilled with working with your hands and very good at details. We are willing to provide food and shelter to whomever wants to be an apprentice gunsmith and help me with my work. You will have to get up at 7 a.m. exactly and do whatever me and my wife want of you. You shall sleep in the attic where there's a small bed and a candle on the nightstand. You will have a free day on Sunday where no work will be required. You need to stay out of trouble during all times while staying and working with us. Do all this and not complain, and I will possibly pay you, even though I am feeding and housing you. There shall be no poker or any of those silly games in this house. You will learn to become a full gunsmith. These are the skills you will have mastered at the completion of this apprenticeship: carver, machinist, engraver, blacksmith, silversmith, and toolmaker. You will also have to familiarize yourself with these items: iron, steel, brass, silver, and wood. In the end of your training, you will need all of these skills to become a good gunsmith. I will also pay for your ride here and any other expenses, but you may only carry one trunk. Do not mess around or you will be sent home. Please send a letter telling your name, where you are from, and why you want to meet an apprentice gunsmith. Here's my address: Cedric Fred, 33 Alcove Street, Boston, Massachusetts, 3345. It was like a dream come true. I went home and told my parents. They weren't too thrilled to hear that I was going, but since it was hard to get food on the table as it is, they thought it was for the best. I told them I loved them and sent in my letter for the apprenticeship and got ready to hear back. A couple of days later, I did hear back. The note back to me said, "Get on the earliest boat to America." America, I thought. I have never been to America before. Wow, this is going to be so much fun. I got on the boat and traveled across the ocean. When I got there, my new master was waiting for me. He seemed nice, but I figured he had very little patience. He told me his name was Cedric and his wife's name was Penny. On the ride to his house, he told me about his trade. A gunsmith is someone who makes and repairs firearms. Gunsmiths hire apprentices to help them, and the apprenticeship usually lasts for 5 to 7 years. Often, firearms are imported from England and then personalized by the local gunsmiths. The most prevalent gun is a European flintlock. Being a gunsmith is important because everyone is dependent on the use of a gun. A proper working firearm is a personal primary tool for hunting and personal protection. The average cost of a new gun can be really expensive, and for this reason, upkeep and repair are important, keeping those old muskets working. The materials necessary to create a gun are primarily iron and wood. It is not easy to make a gun. First of all, the gunsmith has to hammer a barrel out of white hot iron. When it has been cooled, the center has to be drilled out. The hole has to be perfect to work correctly. This process takes a long time. After the hole is drilled, making the wooden stock is next. It is shaped out of hardwood. Before you attach the barrel to the stock, a flintlock and trigger must be made from iron. Then the pieces are put together and you're finished. Almost. The gun is tested. If it works properly, it continues to the last phase of the build, which is its design. The gunsmith carves design on the stock, often using iron, silver, and gold, depending on if the price is right. Finally, the gun is ready to be delivered to the customer. The process usually takes 300 to 400 labor hours. The forge. The forge is like an oven but harder and is used to heat up the metal and make it easier to shape and form items. Anvil. is a tool that can help shape the metal into the barrel of the gun. Chisels. Chisels are used to help make the wooden stock of the gun. Saws. Saws are also help to make the wooden stock of the gun. Water tank. The water tank is used to cool the hot metal that was shaped so it would harden and become a solid shape. Hammer. They use the hammer to force the hot metal to change its shape into whatever they needed. Vice. The vice is used to hold something in place with a very strong grip, thus its name. I had a very fun time working with him and his wife Penny. They were both great people. She was so nice that upon our arrival, she had made a pie and some chicken legs. I ate until my stomach was bursting. Then, thanked them and went to bed. The next few days were like that. Soon they started treating me like a man and working me harder than before. My days were filled with making wood stock and sometimes the metal barrel of guns. Then, a while after that, I wanted to write my parents a letter, including all the money I earned along the way. Here was a letter I wrote. To Ma and Pa. Hey, Mom and Dad. They work me crazy over here, but it's still so very interesting. Did you know it can take up to 400 hours just to make one gun? My master is really good at making them, and it only takes him about 350 hours. He is very fast, but never cheats on anything that he makes. In my opinion, the prices are kinda high, though. But still, I think it's worth stopping by. Despite all of the work, it's kind of fun, and I'm learning a lot. The meals are really good, and I like it here, but I still miss being with you guys and seeing my brothers and sisters. I really hope I can be a master gunsmith when I grow up. Not as good as my master, Cedric, but almost, because I work a lot and learn new things every day. I'm still thinking about whether I should become a patriot or loyalist. I'm going for the neutralist for now, so that when I can raise a family when I grow up and not be shot at redcoats. When the war is over, I'll join the patriots. How are you? Are you able to put food on the table for my brothers and sisters? Have you guys run out of money completely? If so, that's horrible. If you still have money for food, that is great. I hope you can find a well-paying job soon. Love you. I love you and miss you. Love, Derek. I had a good time being an apprentice gunsmith and sometimes had been given extra money that I often sent to my parents with a letter. I always keep in touch with my parents, and from recent letters back, it said that they were making money and found a job thanks to the money I had mailed them. They had become house potters and were being paid a lot of money. That is how becoming a gunsmith apprentice changed our lives. Thank you.